It is official. The Unks now live in the same town. We are at Alpha Land today. It's gonna be me and my brother. If you don't know who Elijah is, can you even really consider yourself a science-based lifter? Let's go meet up with him, and then we will get to an upper day. Maybe talk through some interesting things. And yes, I will be convincing him to compete in a bodybuilding show. He doesn't know that yet, but I will be. Elijah's over here getting warmed up, but I need to go on a slight journey because I think I left my tripod here last time. So, I think so. So we're gonna go see if that's in gym 2 right now. Negatory, they did not have it, so we are headed back out to the car. It's probably just sitting in the back of the car. I feel really bad because I'm making Elijah wait, but he is going to be doing shoulder press first. And he was like, he's more flexible than some other people I've worked out with. So he was like, hey, are we gonna follow your workout? Are you gonna follow mine? I'm like, you know what? I'm like, we can just make this work. We both know what we're doing. So we're both gonna be working out shoulders at the same time, but I'm gonna be doing lateral raise because you guys know I'm a lateral raise stan. And he's gonna be doing shoulder press because he's a shoulder press stan. And should we tell him about the lack of motor units being recruited in his side delts while he does shoulder press? Because obviously you guys sometimes get mad at me and I'm like, guys, I'm here to work out. I'm here to have a good time. I'm not here to argue with people. Like, you're like, why didn't you call out Eric when he said this? No! And I'm like, I'm literally here to work out, get to know people, and have a fun time. Would you actually enjoy it if you worked out with somebody and they were like, well, actually, well, that's not optimal because you should be. No, you would not like that. So why would I do that to somebody else? It's not the way I operate, guys. So if you tag me in videos, yes, I'm gonna tell you what is objectively better than something else. But if it's something where I'm meeting up with somebody just to have a good time and work out, no, I'm not gonna be telling them like, oh, my way is superior. So I'm gonna do lateral raises. I'm gonna let him do shoulder press. Done. So that was a pointless trip because my tripod's not there. I guess we'll have to ask Tori to film today. So wrong with me. Why can I not just get this technological stuff right? You guys know. It would not be a TNF video without technological issues. While Elijah gets set up on his shoulder press, we'll be setting up over here. Yeah, Austin, you might need to zoom in. I don't know how far away you are. Let's go see what Elijah is up to. Is this gonna be, are you gonna move up in weight with this?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's gonna be light for you.
Dude, I tried this the other day and got stuck on 4 plates.
Really?
Yes. 4 plates couldn't get up.
Huh.
It couldn't get up. It's probably just because, like I said, it's heavy.
It goes from like being pretty easy to hard very quick.
Because it's hard from right here. But then there's also people that talk about some, oh, you know you can lift the things up. No, I want to be strong from here. So it's not that big of a deal.
Do you dead stop these or?
Nah.
No? Okay. No dead stopping.
There we go. I knew I could do that. I guess that last session was just because the shoulder press wasn't. It's a lot of traps in there, huh?
Okay.
No. Took that beyond failure.
All right. The working set. The working set for the working man. That is one large individual.
Okay.
10 RIR.
4. Yeah, I would say kind of 7.
Well, 7 is what you need, right? Like according to that study that Menno put out.
Oh, yeah.
You just do double the sets at 7 RIR. You get the same results.
Wrong.
That's the reason why they say. He said the more volume works is because there's more reps in reserve. Whatever he said.
I was like, I posted the fact that it was really dumb, and then people were like trying to defend it. They're like, well, like, I'm like, guys, he literally put in his description, oh, it's probably just not time efficient. That's why you shouldn't do it. If that's why you say that's why you shouldn't do that, it's a bad take. But hey, go ahead, try leaving 7 RIR for the next 2 years in your lifts, and we'll see how good things go over that time.
Volume or whatever he said.
I think one of the most misunderstood topics is people think that if you use straps, that your grip doesn't get stronger over time. And I'm like, I've proven this time and time again with people. I'm like, I never don't use straps. But then every once in a while, they'll be like, oh, well, you must have no grip strength. And then I'll go grab the bar, like put over 5 plates on it, and I'll be able to, I'll be like, no, like your grip still gets stronger even if you're using straps.
Yeah.
Like, sure, it might not be like to your maximal ability, but it'll still get stronger.
Because I literally performed these 6 plates no issue.
Yep.
And also it kind of depends on the row too. Because like the T-bar row, yeah, no shot. I can't actually grab that. Well, maybe if I went to suicide, because I did a suicide grip. Mike can do something with it, but for the most part, like, nah. It still kind of need straps for the amount of stuff that I'm pulling. So.
Elijah has us doing T-bar. You know me. I haven't done T-bar in a very long time.
You'll be all right. Strong guy. He might have been able to do 3 plates, guys, or 6 total. Probably could have did that.
3 plates on this would be a lot, but you're about to see it happen, so.
Yeah,
It's one of the things that made Sam Sulek take off so much was he did so little editing, and people are like, oh, this is real, this is raw. Like, they like seeing those pauses and like the less. I think it's because everybody's so brain rotted out. Because of you, Austin. It's like they.
Austin didn't want to edit for me.
Wait, did you say no?
Bro, it was either him or somebody that told me he had too many people or something. I don't know.
Austin, how could you?
I put on my story, say, hey, anybody want to be my editor? Dude, I literally had like hundreds of people asking me about editing. I just picked the first one.
No, I mean, if your person's doing a good job, then keep them happy, right?
Yeah, for real.
Right, Austin? What? What'd I throw him off with?
That's gonna throw me off so
Oh,
bad.
I was gonna do 2 of these. That way you didn't have to think too hard about it. All right, what?
No, because the rest of them are already metal.
So you can't do a mixture of plate and a mixture of metal and plastic?
That's just gonna, I don't know, dude. I might be OCD.
See, you guys think I've got the tism?
So honestly, I should have stayed with 3 plates, but I'm gonna do this anyway, guys, just because. Cause hey, why not, bro?
Come on. Nice. Let's go. Good.
I'm gonna leave that one in the tank. That would have been stupid. Woo! That would have been rough.
Get 2 in the tank.
All right, not bad,
Get 2
not
in the
bad.
tank.
We've been getting some heat lately with these low reps.
Yeah, I know. Especially from an unnamed individual.
Yeah, and he's getting his clout from it.
Yeah,
I can't knock him for it.
I'm like, dang, like you figured out a niche, man.
For real.
It's a niche that will never not be able to be filled, because if you have science, you can have anti-science.
Ooh. 6 plates on the humbler. Ooh. Yeah, see, you could have did that.
I hate to admit it, but I'm actually liking these. Normally, I'm pretty against T-bar rows, but maybe I'm just setting up right this time, but it feels good. I still probably ultimately prefer the Prime machine, but this is not bad. I've been getting into these lately because I've been very annoyed with how light a lot of pec decks are. I saw a guy doing this the other day on this machine, and I was like, dang, like actually is a really good idea. So we're making it a little bit heavier by not using the hands. We'll still have to increase the weight a little bit, but this is what we call a test set. I don't really know what it's gonna be like. We'll see where we're at. We need to adjust later. We can always do that. Ooh.
He takes his test too far, like all of them.
Yeah, Elijah will need to add some weight to this. So Elijah just put this weight back down because it was too light for him. So now I feel emasculated if I take the weight off. We have no choice but to just try. Could be 0 to 1 reps, but I gotta at least try.
Yeah, strong guy. He's gonna get stronger around. So much fatigue right here, bro. He's gonna force this. Look at him.
The fatigue monster's coming for me. Somebody asked me the other day my thoughts on Keenan, and I was like, I like Keenan.
Yeah,
I like
cool.
Keenan because he's pioneering a different way to think about things, and he's not gonna back down if somebody challenges him if he believes what he's believing and what he's doing.
We can have disagreements and all still be cool, guys. I think y'all be trying to bring us down like the whole time. Like I said, I'm cool with them. I know where all the stuff be coming from when y'all try to bring it from page to page. But it's like, bro, I talk with him. Like, you can't really pin us against each other.
Well, we had a slight disagreement on dead stops, and what happened was like we were going back and forth in the comments. People were like, "Get him, like fight, like," and they were like, and then Keenan was like, "Guys, like we're just talking." For real? And I'm like, "Yeah, it's like we enjoy having these
conversations. I even shouted them out a few times. It was like, bro, I like seeing people come up in the space that's trying to be helpful to the community. It's just the toxic. Sometimes people that be watching just be a little toxic, bro.
People were legitimately mad at me when I worked out with Eric that I wasn't correcting him on everything while we were working out. I'm like, I'm not here to argue and fight.
For real.
Come on. All right, let's see. Big man here.
Oh my gosh.
Come on. Good.
It's too light. I'm sorry.
Making me look bad. So I just introduced Elijah to Trell. You don't know who Trell is? Trell is arguably
people keep asking me when's the next
one
collab,
of, if not the strongest guys I've ever lifted with.
I collab with Joe
So,
because people kept asking about it.
Trell,
and it got cool.
Elijah. So it goes.
I'm not looking to
Trell.
stretch a bunch of collabs.
Don't let Elijah say me say this, but I think Trell's a little stronger. So it goes Trell, then it goes Elijah, then it goes me, down at the floor right here. Trying to keep up with these guys strength-wise. They're both jacked out of their minds. Trell, I think, is going to be doing a show this year too. Trying to compete in September, and if he is, then he's probably got to start cutting soon. So maybe we'll talk about something. Maybe we'll get something in the works. Oh, you're supposed to be. You're a subject, man. Main character in this video.
Somebody commented today on one of the posts saying, because I mean, you know how I am, and I don't like answering certain questions and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
There was a guy like, if you keep this up, you're not going to do very well on the media. And I went and took a screenshot of my TikTok
Keep what up?
TikTok studio. The growth of my following is literally exponential.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say keep what up. No,
I've literally me being me has me exponentially growing.
No, people will say that to me too, and I'll be like, "What do you mean? I literally have 200,000 more followers than I did 5 months ago."
Strong guy right there.
Just because you're here, I made sure to not do another rep.
You should have just put that whole thing on there.
Hey, Elijah's motivating me to be a better man.
What's the point of going 285 with 300s right there?
I feel like you say that to me, but you wouldn't think that way for yourself.
Yeah, I would.
You would?
Dude, I'm not, bro. I'm doing that whole stack right there.
Well, of course you are, because you could stack that for like 10 reps.
No, I'm saying, even if it's a situation where it's like, I could probably do 6 reps with 285 and maybe only 3 with 300. I'm doing 300 just to see. Yeah.
I went with 285 today because I was like, you know what? We're videoing this. I want to make sure I get into like a really high quality set first. Maybe we'll try 300 on the second set.
Man, first you got to do the heaviest one.
Why are you looking confused? My cameraman is like, we are doing the Monday special today. Dead stop curl. Let us see. Does it still follow me? Oh, it is following me. There we go.
Yeah, it is. I was just looking up, seeing it move, and I was like, oh, wow.
That's pretty cool.
You using straps for this?
No, they were just like feeling a little loose, so I just tightened them up. Chill. We are not trying 70s. I might do 60. I might do 60. Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, bro, he's got
60s for sure. These guys trying to get me to do 70s. What up? Those 65s are moving like they're nothing.
He's gonna have to try it.
Oh, so he wants me to try 65s now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is a little harder for me considering I gotta reach down so low.
All right, if I can even get like 1 or 2 reps with this, I'd be surprised. The 55s, we're already feeling it. You gotta remember, I'm not adapted to this exercise, right? The neurological connection's not there yet.
Adaptations here, but
come on.
I'm calling 1.5.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that's not happening.
You gotta start it from the bottom.
Oh yeah.
There it is. Oh, I told you could have did 7. He could have did 70, y'all.
I don't know in what world would me grinding for 3 reps mean that I could get 70? What is he talking about? Yeah, no. But I do really like that exercise. We might do it more often.
Like
Mundy's trying to show off
from the
here.
bottom, because if you sit there and try to force that eccentric from here, damn, start from down here.
He's not getting
It's where
this.
you're not going to miss any reps.
Yeah, he's not getting this. We're too tired right now.
Yes.
Jeez.
No, 3 wouldn't have worked.
Not gonna lie. 2 is more than I was expecting for how much we've done today. So that's still good.
I actually accept.
That's still good.
I accept.
And we've done a decent amount today.
I accept, because usually when I do these guys, and you see me, like the time you see me do 80 for 3, I do the curl second in my session. And mind you, this is like at the end of our session today. So this is respectable. 2 reps is respectable. Start from the bottom so you don't miss anything, bro. Ooh, this right arm feels weak. Now the right arm felt like I could have did 3 still.
I was just gonna say, that looked like you could have got 3.
Ooh, this right arm feels weak.
Yeah, I gotta ask you, are you a match reps or match intensity guy?
Well, my right arm is a little bit bigger than the left arm.
So you purposely decide to go a little bit less intensity-wise, or?
Yeah, I'm not gonna throw that additional rep in there.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'm always a match intensity guy, so.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna match if, like I said, the left arm is slightly smaller than the right, so.
Disagreement in the
This is gonna be a
house.
wild-
Just make that right arm a little bit bigger. Get the left arm catch up over time. That's my opinion, but I'm not gonna tell him. He's 10 times
What is
my
he even
size.
talking?
All right, so I actually had Echo make this for me because I wanted to see what would happen
doing his own
if we got something that we could actually hook into the cuff ring themselves.
his own thing.
I was just curious. So you
I'm
guys
gonna do
might
is
see this on the market at some point,
gonna-
but all right, see how it works. Oh gosh, it's actually really nice.
Oh, I see what he's doing. Oh, am I in the way?
I think I'm gonna ask them to make this a bit better material though.
So,
It's a little flimsy. This is gonna be probably the title of the video, so dips for the long head of the triceps.
so
What's this guy
what I
talking
need you
about?
guys to understand, you like I said, a lot of you guys talk in exacts for everything. You need to understand, yes, okay, biarticulate. It connects to the elbow, it connects to the shoulder joint. How much the long head will contribute is going to depend on how much you're moving at both joints. So for a dip, the long head could contribute a little less for someone else as compared to someone, like, depends. Because like for me with my dips, if y'all ever see me do dips, like there's not very much extension. There's not very much shoulder extension here, okay? So when I end up doing it, like the upper arm isn't moving very far, and then boom, once I'm extending the elbows there, like it's gonna be, like there's gonna be some decent long head there. And plus there's EMG studies where they have the long head that actually works in it. So, as I always tell you guys, things vary. Because you'll hear some people talking about, oh, well, my squats, I feel my hamstrings. Well, I mean, when they squat, they literally end up doing this first. Like, they end up doing this without bending their knees. So, yeah, sure, you'll feel your hamstrings. But, like I said, it's all going to vary. It depends on how you're executing the given tack. Hope that helps. If you didn't catch it with the dip, think about the JM press, right? So if it's like you can have a fixed shoulder joint and be here, right? Well, there can be certain situations where some people do extend the shoulders a bit and they're here, and then the rest is kind of here. Okay, it might be a little less long head, but long head would still contribute greatly to it. But if you think of something like close grip press, a lot of shoulder extension, and then boom here, yeah, you can expect there to be very little long head there. So again, it'll vary.
Well, I saw somebody doing a JM press, and then what they did was they said this. They said, well, if you do a JM press properly, then your elbows are supposed to stay here, and then you do it like this. And I'm like, well, that's going to be like basically a long head exercise at that point. You're basically doing just a straight up skull crusher.
I don't think too much about exercise names exactly. I just know what I want. The same thing with like splits and stuff. People talking about, oh, do you do upper body or do you do full body? It's like, I just know what I want to train and what I might want a little more than others. So I mean, I guess you could say I kind of do full body sometimes, and there's some days where it's just a lower day or whatever. But like, I don't go based off of names on everything, bro. So.
Why do you guys think that science-based has to be super black and white all the time? It's more so about understanding principles and how to work within those principles. And if you can do that, there's a lot more dark and light gray than you believe.
I'm cooked. Look how easily he's moving that full stack. That's crazy. I only got 130. I got half the stack, bro.
So it's always funny to me when people say, oh, muscle mass and strength aren't like as correlated as you think. And then I'm like, well, that's funny because my triceps are by far the strongest point of my body and the only point where I keep up with guys who are way bigger than me. I'm like, so I feel like there's might be a little bit more there than you think. I'm gonna mog him real quick. See how small he is? Look at that. Look at that. My arm is bigger than his entire body.
Hold on, guys.
Look at how much bigger I am than him. There's no way I didn't record any of that. I'm an idiot. I didn't record any of that. Look at that. Look at that. My arm is literally bigger than all of Monday. This is how you out-angle somebody.
Yeah, he kind of showed me up today, guys.
I'm able to try. You know how I couldn't train my quads the last time? I trained my quads for the first time hard. Let's go hard for it. 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was almost like cathartic. You know what I mean? I was like, it was so freeing to actually just be able to go hard at them.
Same for me, bro. Like when I screwed my knees up, and once I was able to like train them hard again and hit heavy squats and all that, I was like, oh yeah, this feels great.
Right.
So quads are gonna come back up.
Okay, you guys can't see properly from there. I need to let you guys see what this guy's arms are looking like right now. What are these things?
Dude, they're pretty small right now, bro. I only did like one set of everything.
The thing you gotta remember too is,
so if I do like maybe 3, 4, 5 sets, dude, I would look huge.
Here's the thing you gotta remember. Like people will see a guy like Mundy, they'll see him on camera and they'll be like, oh yeah, he's a pretty big dude. But you gotta remember, like, most of us bodybuilders, we're like short. So we're like 5'8", 5'9", but he still looks big while being like 6'1", 6'2". So when you see it in person, it's even like, it's way more impactful. It's like when you see an NBA player in person for the first time and you're like, oh, like they're all around the same height and stuff. So you don't really know, and then you get next to them and you're like, oh my God, it's the same thing here.
Yeah, it's hard to fill out this frame, bro, but we're working on it.
Yeah, hard to fill out this frame. He says with popping shoulders, biceps.
They try to say
triceps.
I don't have shoulders, bro, but
who said you don't have shoulders?
They say the shoulders is the weakest thing here, but you gotta understand this is just. But if I get leaner, dude, those.
That's the thing.
Pretty scary.
Here's the thing. I will see all these guys be like, oh, like so and so doesn't have shoulders, and the person will be like 25% or like 27% body fat,
and then also had a pump.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, if you're like 25% body fat and you can see any semblance of shoulder development, that person has massive shoulders. It's just you carry a lot of fat right here. So what happens is people think that person doesn't have shoulders, but it's just you don't see this cut right here, but their shoulders are actually really, really big. Like, those are some big shoulders.
And they say I don't have rear delts either.
There's a big rear delt. No, it's because
you don't isolate your delts. You don't got rear delts. You don't do side raises. You don't have side delts. All you do is shoulder press. And I'm like,
it's because they saw one person who has a rear delt that's oversized.
Yes.
And so they're like, oh, like anybody who doesn't have that has undersized rear delts. But you guys are it's just severe body dysmorphia over here. Same thing with like chest. Like all of guys are like, oh, my chest is a weak point. I'm like, no, you just don't have, you're not gonna have an Arnold chest.
Absolutely.
On a frame that's not an Arnold frame.
I think a lot of y'all need to stop paying attention so much to these bodybuilders that have, one, the genetic advantage on y'all, and two, physiologically y'all are cooked too because they're on some enhancements.
Every day I get asked, oh, Joel, like show me how to train triceps. Show me how to train triceps. Like, I don't have more knowledge on triceps than I do on shoulders, than I do on biceps, than I do on chest.
I'll never have triceps like him, bro. Give it up.
It's called a genetic strong point. So, no, me teaching you how to do triceps isn't suddenly going to make your triceps your dominant point. Same thing as me learning how to train chest isn't going to make my chest my dominant point. Come on, guys. Play to your strengths. Understand what they are.
It's the same when people ask me about biceps. It's like, bro, y'all, like, I barely train biceps. Y'all won't have biceps like mine, bro.
I don't have any calves. Doesn't mean I don't know how to train. No, I'm just kidding.
Facts.
I started training my calves, and they actually did start to grow. Which a lot of people are like, oh, calves are all genetics. Like, if you put the time into them, they'll grow.
You gotta put a long time into them, bro.
Long time. You probably have that like high insertion too, don't you?
It's way up.
Oh yeah, his insertion is like.
It's bad.
It's like my calf, like if it was a relative, my calf inserts here. His is like inserting up here. Like you only got like this much to work with. Calves can never be big enough. I don't think I've ever seen somebody where I'm like, oh man, like the calves are too big.
I'll trade my biceps for some better calf insertions.
If anybody out there has good calf genetics, send them my way. Okay?
I'll trade biceps for better calf insertions.
But hey, guys, it's been a fun time. As always, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. TNF and...
Unk.
He doesn't even know his name? It's all right.